Hello everyone, welcome back to my LEGO YouTube channel, PG LEGO Man. In today's video, I'm going to be working on another LEGO City update, specifically working on the area around my assembly square. What I'm going to be doing today is adding a little area for trash as well as some plants in the back to separate between the detective's office and the area where the trash collection is. I'll also be adding some tiling towards the front of the buildings in the area. So what I first started working on today was the tiling in the front, so I just wanted to extend that out until the end of the table with some basic curb and sidewalk tiling, nothing special. I started using the 2x2 dark gray tiles, but I ran out of them, so I started using the 2x4s, and I didn't realize I still had a few left over, so throughout the update I still used a few of them, but you'll mostly see me using the 2x4s. But the next thing I started working on was the little area with plants to separate between the two areas, so I laid down some dark brown tiles as well as the area for trash collection, so you'll see me sort through my pieces and find stuff for the stuff throughout the video. And I just laid down some brown plates simply, and I started designing out the layout for the shrubs and leaves and stuff that I wanted to add. So I first started working on adding some trees to the area, but I decided it would be cooler to create some more unique things, so I took these like leaf elements that had 3 leaves and I stacked them up, and it kind of looks like bamboo in a way, and I thought that was unique, so I just added those. It took me a little bit to find the pieces for it, but I just added some leaves as well, like I have in my previous city updates, which you can watch. And then after that, I just started working on a basic wall for separation between the trash and the little garden, and I basically had to find a way to make it so the tiles matched and I didn't have a bunch of like random 1x1 tiles on top, but that just took a little while to go through my pieces. I was more worried about getting the look down, and I didn't really care about finding the pieces and how long it would take to do so. So that's what I did. I just kept working on constructing the basic layout for this, and yeah, you'll just see me experiment a little bit throughout this process. I just had to do a lot of thinking while building, and if you're into making cities, you'll realize that that's how it is when you want to add something that isn't a generic Lego set, something you want to create that's your own, whether it's a building or a park or sidewalks, whatever you want to do. You always have to think things through, and if you don't, it takes a lot of trial and error to get down what you want. And sometimes that's a good thing, because you might have an idea that you really like, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, that would be really cool. And then if you keep trying, you realize that that was a better idea, and then you're more satisfied with your product. But anyways, back to the video. I just continued adding the 2x4 tiles to finish clearing off the area with a tan base plate, and then I just had to figure out how I was going to fill in the small little gaps so it didn't look weird. So I just ended up using some 2x1 dark gray tiles, and then I just added a few other things to not make it so plain, like those trash cans you saw me put in a little bit ago. And I just added one more jumper plate. You'll see later in the video I just fill that up with some leaves after I do the area with the garden, just filling in the base with leaves so it looks more grown in and not unnatural. And then that was basically it for this area. I think it just looked a lot fresher than having the empty void there. And I might replace this in the future if I get another set, but since the assembly square is longer than all the other buildings minus the museum, which I don't have yet, it makes it annoying to have this 5-inch by 10-inch space left empty, so I just wanted to fill that up with something unique. And I really like how it turned out with the garden especially, but I also like the trash area, and I feel like it makes the city more realistic. But the last thing I did for today's video was just add in some tiles in front of the assembly square. As I said earlier, I didn't have 2x2 tiles to finish this off, so I just used 2x4s. In the future, I'm going to replace this. I'm going to try to place an order coming up to replace the 2x4s I just put down. And that's really all I did in today's video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe if you are new to this channel, and comment if you have any ideas for any different elements I could add to my city, whether it be nature or architectural stuff. But anyways, as I said, remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.